and welcome to an online course on data science. Now, the course objectives or outcomes of this course are: this course is designed with the objective of developing, implementing, and demonstrating various concepts of data science to the students. The methods to analyze the data and draw out inferences from it will be taught in this course. It has certain course outcomes. The student shall be able to capture the basic features of the data, draw out extra feature of data for better understanding and visualization, and also find out best describing probability distribution. Third, draw out inferences based on the samples drawn from population and also test the hypothesis. Establish various forms of linear and nonlinear relationships in the entities of the data. Implement decision tree training and prediction, and train and implement artificial neural network for various applications. So after this course, you will understand this, that is, these are the outputs. In today's video, we will cover introduction to data science and its scope. Now, what is data? So you must have seen that the data is basically the facts, characteristics or quantities and statistics collected together for references or analysis. Okay, so your name, your roll number, your age, your gender are all the type, basically it's called as data, right? And what is science? The science is intellectual and practical activity encompassing the systematic study of the structure and behavior of the physical and natural world through observation and experimentation. Okay. Now, after combining the data and science, what is data science then? So it is an interdisciplinary field that uses scientific methods, processes, algorithms, and systems to extract knowledge and insights from many structured and unstructured data. Okay, so this is the data science part. Now let us dig it in more detail that what is data. So database is basically categorized in these two types, that is quantitative data and qualitative data. Now, anything you can measure, it is called as quantitative data. That is, for example, height is an example of quantitative data. Width, length is an example of quantitative data. Similarly, temperature and humidity, prices, area, volume, these are all the examples of quantitative data, right? Now, what is qualitative data? So, data deals with characteristics and descriptors that cannot be easily measured but can be observed. For example, you may be saying that this smells good, or it tastes good, the texture is good, or it is attractive, okay, or the color is green, red, blue, etc. Right? So these are all qualitative data which describes the characteristics or it describes the object. It is called as qualitative data. Now, quantitative data is further categorized into two parts, that is, one is called as discrete and other is called as continuous. Now, what is continuous? That is, for example, you are having a scale that is 0 to 30 inch, right, or 30 centimeters, right? So you can measure 0.1 with this, 0.2 with this, 0.3 with this, or 0.33 with this. So all this is called as continuous scale or continuous data. Okay. So for example, the height is the continuous data. because you can say your height is 180.2 centimeters or 181 centimeters like that. Similarly, weight is also continuous data. You may say that you are weighing say 40.6 or 70.2. Okay, so this is the examples of continuous data. Okay, now what is discrete data? Now discrete data is usually counted in numbers, that is say number of eggs in the tray, number of people in the crowd. Okay, so the discrete data will not take the value as there are 3.5 eggs are there or there are 3.5 people are there. Okay, so discrete data will not take a decimal point. Okay. If you take an example of age, so age is a continuous data, right? You can say you are 30 and a half old, right? So age is a continuous data. Now let us see how qualitative data can be categorized. So qualitative data are classified in three main types, that is binary, nominal and ordinal. So what is binary data? So binary data is, as name indicates, binary means two. So the data in which there are two choices, okay, with the user or operator. So that is the example of binary data. So for example, if you are asking in a survey that are you satisfied with the customer service, and you only have two options available with you, that is yes and no, right? So this is called as a binary data. Similarly, there is other options also, like whether this statement is true or false, 1 or 0, right? Or accept or reject, right? Or do you want to accept this offer? So you have two options, accept and reject. So all these are termed as the binary data. Okay. So what is nominal data? So nominal data is defined as the data that is used for naming or labeling variables, okay, without any quantitative value. It is sometimes called as name data. For example, you are asking in a survey that how was your customer service experience, right? And you are giving multiple options like good, neutral, bad, very good, excellent, and so on. So this data is called as nominal data. Okay, again, you have a color, that is say red, green, blue are all example of nominal data, right? Now what is ordinal data? You have seen nominal data. What is ordinal data? Now ordinal data is the type of categorical data with an order. As its name suggests, ordinal means order. The variables in ordinal data are listed in an ordered manner. Very, very important point. So if a data follows some order, it is termed as ordinal data. The ordinal variables are usually numbered so as to indicate order of the list, right? However, the numbers are not mathematically measured or determined but are merely assigned as labels for option. You say that he is having rank 1, rank 2 and rank 3. Okay, so this is the ordinal data. Similarly, you can say that this person is shorter in height, he is the heightest person. Okay, so this is all example of ordinal data. Okay, whenever you are arranging the people according to their heights. Okay, so it is termed as the ordinal data. Now There are four types of scales in statistics. For the first type is called as the nominal scale. Okay, in second type, that is the level second, is called as ordinal scale. The third type of scale in statistics is interval scale, and fourth level or type of scale in statistics is called as ratio scale. Okay, so let us see all the four types of scales. Now we have already seen nominal data. So scale used for measuring nominal data is called as nominal scale, right? We have already seen the ordinal data, so it is similar to that, the ordinal scale. Now the third is interval scale. Let us see what is this interval scale. So an interval scale allows you to measure all quantitative attributes. Okay? All quantitative attributes, right? Any measurement of interval scale can be ranked, counted, subtracted, added, and equal intervals separate each number on the scale. For example, if you take a wall clock, okay, so there are total this 12 divisions are there, right? So each division on this wall clock is same. That is say 12 to 1 is same. Similarly, 1 to 2 division is same. Similarly, 2 to 3 division is same, right? So each and every division is same in interval scale. Interval scales hold no true zero and can represent values below zero as well. Okay, for example, you can measure temperature below 0 degrees Celsius, such as minus 10 degree. The temperature scale is called as interval scale, right? Now, what is ratio scale? Now it is different from interval scale. So ratio variables, on the other hand, never falls below zero. In the interval scale, we have seen that variables can go below 0 degree, that is the temperature. But in the ratio scale, the variables never fall below zero. Okay, that is height and weight. You measure from 0 and above, but never fall below it, right? So if you are measuring a height of person, it may say 160 degree with reference to the zero position, right? So this is the zero position. Means you are having some reference for comparison, right? Similarly for person with height of 180 centimeter. So again you are having a reference of zero. Similarly with the example of weighing scale, you always have a zero over here. You have say maximum 180 kgs, right? So this ratio scale holds all the properties of interval scale plus additional property of having zero, right? So again you can observe there are equal divisions on this scale, right? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You will again observe there will be equal divisions in weighing scale also, right? So it will have in exact same divisions but with a zero. Okay, so this is termed as your ratio scale. Right, so we have what we have learned in this, that we have learned four types of scales: nominal, ordinal, interval, and ratio. Okay, now let us see what is the scope for a data scientist. Okay, so data scientist basically will have knowledge from computer science and IT background. Okay, it will collect knowledge from mathematics and statistics background. Then it will also need to have domain and business knowledge also, right? So data scientist will be having knowledge from computer science, IT, mathematics and statistics as well, and also the business knowledge also required by the data scientist. This is the basic scope of data scientist. So I hope you have understood the introduction to data science.